Dark chocolate is loaded with nutrients that can positively affect your health. Made from the seed of the cacao tree, it's one of the best sources of antioxidants you can find. Studies show that dark chocolate can improve your health and lower the risk of heart disease. Here are 7 health benefits of dark chocolate or cocoa that are supported by science. 1. Very nutritious. If you buy quality dark chocolate with a high cocoa content, then it's quite nutritious. It contains a decent amount of soluble fiber and is loaded with minerals. A 100-gram bar of dark chocolate with 70 to 85% cocoa contains 11 grams of fiber, 67% of the DV for iron, 58% of the DV for magnesium, 89% of the DV for copper, 98% of the DV for manganese. In addition, it has plenty of potassium, phosphorus, zinc, and selenium. Of course, 100 grams, 3.5 ounces, is a fairly large amount and not something you should be consuming daily. These nutrients also come with 600 calories and moderate amounts of sugar. For this reason, dark chocolate is best consumed in moderation. The fatty acid profile of cocoa and dark chocolate is also good. The fats consist mostly of oleic acid, a heart-healthy fat also found in olive oil, stearic acid, and palmitic acid. The stearic acid has a neutral effect on body cholesterol. Palmitic acid can raise cholesterol levels, but it only makes up 1/3 of the total fat calories. Dark chocolate also contains stimulants like caffeine and theobromine, but it's unlikely to keep you awake at night, as the amount of caffeine is very small compared with coffee. 2. Powerful source of antioxidants. ORAC stands for oxygen radical absorbance capacity. It's a measure of the antioxidant activity of foods. Basically, researchers set a bunch of free radicals, bad, against a sample of a food and see how well the antioxidants in the food can disarm the free radicals. The biological relevance of ORAC values is questioned, as it's measured in a test tube and may not have the same effect in the body. However, it's worth mentioning that raw, unprocessed cocoa beans are among the highest-scoring foods that have been tested. Dark chocolate is loaded with organic compounds that are biologically active and function as antioxidants. These include polyphenols, flavonols and catechins, among others. One study showed that cocoa and dark chocolate had more antioxidant activity, polyphenols, and flavonols than any other fruits tested, which included blueberries and acai berries. 3. May improve blood flow and lower blood pressure. The flavonols in dark chocolate can stimulate the endothelium, the lining of arteries, to produce nitric oxide. One of the functions of NO is to send signals to the arteries to relax, which lowers the resistance to blood flow and therefore reduces blood pressure. Many controlled studies show that cocoa and dark chocolate can improve blood flow and lower blood pressure, though the effects are usually mild. However, one study in people with high blood pressure showed no effect, so take this with a grain of salt. Given the great variation between studies on this subject, it's clear that more research is needed. 4. Raises HDL and protects LDL from oxidation. Consuming dark chocolate can improve several important risk factors for heart disease. In a controlled study, cocoa powder was found to significantly decrease oxidized LDL, bad, cholesterol in men. It also increased HDL and lowered total LDL for those with high cholesterol. Oxidized LDL means that the LDL cholesterol has reacted with free radicals. This makes the LDL particle itself reactive and capable of damaging other tissues, such as the lining of the arteries in your heart. It makes perfect sense that cocoa lowers oxidized LDL. It contains an abundance of powerful antioxidants that do make it into the bloodstream and protect lipoproteins against oxidative damage. The flavonols in dark chocolate can also reduce insulin resistance, which is another common risk factor for diseases like heart disease and diabetes. However, dark chocolate also contains sugar, which can have the opposite effect. 5. May reduce heart disease risk. The compounds in dark chocolate appear to be highly protective against the oxidation of LDL. In the long term, this should cause much less cholesterol to lodge in the arteries, resulting in a lower risk of heart disease. In fact, several long-term observational studies show a fairly drastic improvement. In a study of 470 older men, cocoa was found to reduce the risk of death from heart disease by 50% over 15 years. Another study revealed that eating chocolate 2 or more times per week lowered the risk of having calcified plaque in the arteries by 32%. Eating chocolate less frequently had no effect. Yet another study showed that eating dark chocolate more than 5 times per week lowered the risk of heart disease by 57%. A 2017 clinical trial found that subjects who consumed almonds with or without dark chocolate showed improved LDL cholesterol levels. Of course, these 4 studies are observational, so it's unclear exactly if it was the chocolate that reduced the risk. However, since the biological process is known, lower blood pressure and oxidized LDL, it's plausible that regularly eating dark chocolate may reduce the risk of heart disease. 6. May protect your skin from the sun. The bioactive compounds in dark chocolate may also be great for your skin. The flavonols can protect against sun damage, improve blood flow to the skin, and increase skin density and hydration. The minimal erythemal dose, MED, is the minimum amount of UVB rays required to cause redness in the skin 24 hours after exposure. In one study of 30 people, the MED more than doubled after consuming dark chocolate high in flavonols for 12 weeks. If you're planning a beach vacation, consider enjoying some extra dark chocolate in the prior weeks and months. But check with your doctor or dermatologist before foregoing your normal skincare routine in favor of more dark chocolate. 7. Could improve brain function. The good news isn't over yet. Dark chocolate may also improve the function of your brain. One study of healthy volunteers showed that eating high flavonol cocoa for 5 days improved blood flow to the brain. Cocoa may also significantly improve cognitive function in older adults with mild cognitive impairment. It may improve verbal fluency and several risk factors for disease, as well. Additionally, cocoa contains stimulant substances like caffeine and theobromine, which may be a key reason why it can improve brain function in the short term.